Jimmer? Did I lose you?
No, you haven't lost me.
Oh, okay. You gotta be sure. You never know when, like, we've been here for how long? Like an hour, I think, getting everything ready. Feels
Roughly 30 minutes.
okay. You know what? Maybe time is slower when you're not having fun, but that's okay. We're all here now, and we're on Cafe. I think we've also jumped into map 3 of a best of 3 in Sin League, the semifinals between Volatile Gaming and Okami. So yeah, I have no idea actually what happened on the last 2 maps, so that's for you guys to figure out and us to forget like it even happened. Winner of this map takes all anyway. What are you thinking on the bans there, Jimmer?
Okami is not a normal ban, but I think it's a very good ban. I think it means that on the defense you probably want to get more aggro than anything. Want to swing everything, not have to worry about getting called. No cam hacks. I don't think anybody thinks about that, but I think that comes into effect. Okami is a very, very good ban. I would probably expect you to see a soulless Fenrir. Probably a soulless Fenrir bounce, man.
You don't think I'm very biased. I think Mira, especially on Cafe, is super strong, but I think you are leaning towards those 2 new operators of Solus and Fenrir are definitely really strong and popular, but Siege Brain is pretty high still with me as I get old. Mira's gone out on Cafe, and I think that's primarily just for that top floor cocktail defense. She can essentially lock that site down from all the way in the back, and it's pretty hard to push those Miras on long angles.
Yeah, I was more so thinking that these teams are probably very, 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 very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
They probably wouldn't worry about the Miras.
You know what?
Pass the Miras by 30 seconds in the round.
That's true. I mean, if we get a round that's over in less than 30 seconds there, Jimmer, I'll buy you a beer if I ever see you. But that's it for now. We are on the top floor. Oh my god, I forgot I was in control. Oh, it's been a long time. Let's see what controls I get on this. So if we switch to a player that I don't mean to, sucks to be you guys. We're gonna practice this a little bit. Jimmer, what do you see from the setup as I possibly give everybody who's watching this a little bit of epilepsy? Is the quality low? Is it potato quality, or is it because my the observing skills will get there slowly but surely. Solus, have you caught any drones there, Dean? No. Caught one. Okay, awesome.
Okay, so we see a spawn peak coming up from school.
Skoo has a spawn peak, and I don't know if he was the one who's successful hitting some tick damage onto the Habana of Jahanro, but that's going to be about 15 HP taken off of the Hib early in the round. Probably not round changing, but this definitely could be. Dean is ready for this. I don't know if he's got intel on the rappel of the Yana from Monharo. Doesn't look like it, as he's able to make it safely to the roof uncontested. Still setting up in this early round. It's gonna be, I think, a lot of pressure coming out onto Scoo pretty early, and speak of the devil, Matthew finds him. Opening pick goes in favor of Volatile.
Yeah, play. I had to save myself.
Yeah. Caught out early, less than a minute off the clock, and you can see that's kind of prompted the defenders to come back and start play these anchor positions that normally you wouldn't find them play until a little bit later in the round, but they're kind of stuck out here right now. Not a lot of other places to go on this top floor bomb site, and attackers are starting to drone and take a little bit of that entry control that they need to really start to try and pressure and put the bomb down.
So we're a minute and 45 in, and they have 3 Christmas control. Let's see what happens. Okay. Good play by the Solus. She runs back through. She's playing Shaiko now. I'm not sure if I like the Solus playing so aggro, but she got the pick, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, right? Nobody's going to complain if it works out well, but when it doesn't, that's when people start to get a little bit antsy, and there you go, it doesn't. Solus's aggressiveness, like you said, eventually going to come back to bite her, and that's Dean off the table. Woksepe in the freezer, I'm probably butchering his name, but that's too bad for him, is going to be trying to make a play now after Brandon gets a double on the round. Not a lot's going to be happening, and you can see that the Whammy and the Malusi are trapped in these kind of 2 really tough to play positions. They're getting found out quick, and there you go. There goes the Malusi. Knocked, looking for one, just misses the head of the Twitch. There you go, re-engages, finds it the second time, but Jahanro shuts him down, and that's round 1 going in favor of Volatile.
Hey, Caveman, just to clarify, I believe the young kids these days call it Walk Sippa.
Walk Sippa.
Yes. I believe so.
Walk Sippa. That's okay.
We're old fellas ourselves, so we don't understand everything.
Can I just call him Jose? Is that, like, appropriate?
I think that'll work.
Okay, he might just be Jose. And then if he doesn't get a kill, no way, Jose, you don't get a kill. But I think he was maybe successful that round. Yes, he was. There you go. He's got his 1 on the board. That's a good way to start things. And they're gonna run it back, go right back to that top floor. Adaptation is the Rook. That's gonna be a little bit of a difference. It might just be for that 2.0. So we'll see how that comes into play. I'm not too sure about it, but I do like this Warden bringing out that shield for Pixel.
Oh yeah, that's a very good adaptation. You know, you at least try to burn at least a minute or so around Pixel area. Listen, I'm not sure about the Rook, but you know, we'll see if they make it work.
Rook's one of those operators where if you bring him and you don't get a kill as Rook, did you really do a lot in the round? Usually not, I don't think so. But Dean, good for it on the first round. We'll see if he's also good for it on the second round. I'm getting a message there, Jimmer. It says your mic's pretty low, so you might want to, I don't know, just start eating it or something. It's okay, you won't have to do much talking, because I think Dean's going to try and let his gun do the talking. Oh, he did it! There you go. Rook, value, check, mark. There you go. He did his job. He got his kill. You know what? Now, Dean, you can go impact yourself, do whatever the hell you want, because your armor's down and you got a kill. Everything's kosher. So
the kids these days say, I got my 1.
I got my 1. Well, I've never said that because I don't think I've ever gotten my 1 kill. But you know what? Sometimes that happens. Setup's still going to start to come down from the attackers. They've switched over from the Habana to the Ace. That's Jahanro's choice. Probably a good one. The Hib didn't seem to make a huge difference, and Ace's AK-12 is definitely a nice gun to bring. Skoo, again, playing this really aggro position in Christmas. Wants some holes in bathroom for support, but he's fallen off as soon as drone pressure has started to come through. I think Jose bobbled an impact? I'm not too sure, but that's kind of what's going on. Oh, there you go. He made the bathroom rotate, and Bahanro underneath. This would be a great position if Pixel was nadeable. Unfortunately, it's not, but if that shield placement isn't great, he can possibly catch it, but I think they've dotted their I's and crossed their T's, because that shield seems pretty safe, and Skoo and Jahanro just inches away from each other. They might get into it in a second, and this could be a pivotal duel, really just kind of asserting dominance of who gets Christmas control, and oh, Skoo's gonna miss his first shots, but land his second, and the rest of his team's gonna follow along and help to clean up, and 5v2 in favor of Okami. Hugely different round than the first time. Matthew slowly starts to stem the bleeding. He finds one. Pre-fires are gonna come out, and really not a lot going on right now on the side of the attack. Default cams up. Matthew, oh my god, shouldn't have stopped looking at you. He's on for a triple in the round. That's an even man count right now.
Looks like Okami's just a little over aggro. Not taking into account man advantage. Just swinging everything, thinking they can shoot everything.
Yeah, I think so.
And the name of the game, I guess.
Sometimes it works, and it looks like right now it's not working great for them. And double push coming in through the side of Volatile. They are now in man advantage, 2v1. It's left up to Noct again in this 1vx situation. Last time, odds were definitely not in his favor. This time, he's got a better chance at closing it out in the 2v1. Diffuser's not in the hands of Volatile, but the crossfire is. He's about to get peeked from both angles and doesn't even win the first engagement. 2 rounds in a row for Volatile.
Yeah, it looks like they just got a little over-aggressive, kept swinging. Which,
I'm gonna
basketball, they say live by the 3, die by the 3. I guess in Siege, it's live by the gun, die by the gun.
I'm gonna try and turn you up there, Jimmer, because people hate you.
They hate me?
I hate you. I don't know. Everybody's hating you. I don't know how this works. Well, let's see what happens.
Go ahead and leave?
No, because I know I wouldn't have enough to talk about to fill the time. Okay, you're at max. This might be a little bit better.
Attackers need hello.
Holy Bloody hell. Okay. I might not have ears after this, but hopefully the viewers can hear you. So, you know what? Sacrifice for the team. I see something on the defense that I find hilarious, but also we'll see how it goes, Jimmer. Do you see the same thing that I see? Do you see what I see? What do you see, Jimmer? Let's see if we see the same thing.
I see a Thunderbird.
Okay. Thunderbird and what? Thunderbird paired with who, Jimmer?
The Doctor.
If any of these players at any point in the round are below 100 HP, I think we've got to call out Jose and Dean for not doing their job, because they're practically in a hospital right now with this setup.
Yeah,
Jimmer, okay, I'm turning you down. Are you purposely being an idiot?
No, I am not.
Okay, I'm turning you down, because, alright. Okay, try that again.
I mean, who really cares about utility?
I guess so. When you've got two guns with either a lot of bullets or hard-hitting bullets and a 1.5, nothing else really matters. And it looks like Volatile's setting up for this East Freezer take. You see they're starting to push through tables, drones coming through reception, and already in bottom white. That's Mahanro and Jahanro. Oh my god, I didn't even realize they were name buddies, but flanks are established with the gridlock tracks and air jabs. Everything's super locked down, and that's it. Within 50 seconds, it's pretty fast.
They shot 2 drones and didn't decide to contest at all, so fair game to them, I guess.
The only thing I think we're going to start to look at is 4 players on this bottom floor. Who is our one? It's going to be Jose on the Solus. What can he do on this flank? He's really going to time this, right? So right now, early round, set up for the execute.
Gridlock there, I believe. So.
Yeah, gridlocks. I don't see an air jab based on the Solusing he's doing, but pick is already in the hands of Volatile, and the site definitely starting to feel constricted if you're Okami. I have to bet user has C4 in hand, looking to try and get it over the whiskey bar, but his position's droned out. Jimmer, I'm not an English major. I'm not even a siege major. But Adexi might be. He's just got a kill. Another one, user, answers back. SMG-11 instead of the Nitro. He's going to use the Nitro to delay a little bit. Can't land the second shots on the SMG-11, and that's Mahanro getting himself an entry. Brandon adds another one to the kill count, and Jose, who's pushed off this white flank, is now on red stairs. Drone at his feet too, actually, and not going too well for him, but Nooked again. Nooked is the 1vx man. He gets one, he can do it, it's winnable this time. He's in a 1v1. Position of the Yana of Adexi is clearly known, and again, hair's breadth away from each other. Quick peek from Adexi, doesn't land the shots. Nooked, with that spear in hand, can start to reposition, as he can tell the Yana's already done so. Couple of quick peeks coming through on the side of Adexi, trying to figure out the position of Nooked. 6 bullets left in this spear. Can he find them? Reload comes out. Adexi probably heard that. You know where he is now. It's just a little bit of a waiting game, and when that's the situation, the defenders usually have the advantage. Nade comes out, tries to force the push, and Nooked finally.
Good play.
First out of 3, but I'm sure his team appreciates that. That's a clutch finally for him.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Solus didn't stay above and just impact the floor and watch the breach. Thought that was the play, but obviously she went down red, so ended up working out in the end, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, definitely would have been able to watch the breach from there. I know it's a couple tough angles towards that default plant spot, if you can even get it at all.
No, just on the
just for the entry. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody contested her at all.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Definitely hindsight being 20/20 there, but you know what? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out your volume. Yeah, hindsight is 20/20, but they got the round, so you know what? They might not even think about it. And now we're back to that top floor, really avoiding these mid-floor bomb sites, and I mean they're pretty okay when you're super coordinated and everything, but with the straight gunning style that both of these teams have been presenting, it's a little bit hard both to attack and defend if all those pieces aren't clicking, and I think that Okami's definitely made some really good changes coming into this top floor setup. What are you thinking there, Jimmer?
We see the shield pixel, we see about to grab a little bit of intel.
Jimmer, move your mic away from your face now. Let's see, you're too cracky. That's what we're hearing.
I think it's good adaptations.
Okay. Yeah, definitely a lot of intel on the side of Okami, right? Between the Valk, the Pulse, and the Melusi and Echo. So, a lot of active
I think
intel.
a major factor will be how much intel can the Pulse feed to the defense.
That's a good one. Dean definitely is going to be active on that Pulse. You can see he's already on the floor below. Last time there were a couple players on that mid floor from the side of Volatile, and you can see they're already droning it out just to be safe. That's Matthew with a drone in train. I think him and Pulse have just missed each other, so Dean not quite aware that the drone's out, but the drone possibly not aware of the Pulse's presence. So two things to keep an eye on him. Okay, so has he been picked up on, you think?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. Pushed all the way to the bottom floor. He'll have to wait late to start to make any moves that he wants to. Ash Charge is going to come out quick and not quite catch the shield. I don't really know if they know there's nothing defending it or they just missed the shield, but a little bit of a loss of utility. Not too bad because it allows Mahanro to get in and get that advanced position. Also clear out a yokai drone, so a little bit of that intel we talked about gone, but use array on cams still hasn't quite picked up anything, but you can tell he's playing on some of that audio. Drones coming through, shot out by Skoo, and minute and a half in this round. Setup from both teams looking pretty solid.
Yeah, so you see Pulse bottom red feeding intel right now, but they have full Christmas control. So things are looking up. Well, let's see. We have a minute and 10 left. Let's see what they can do with the control.
Yeah, the control is definitely established. It's do the defenders know where these positions are? Without all that intel they've been bringing, you've got to hope they do. But Brandon, again, that F2 doing a lot of work for him. He picks up Nooked. That was the clutch master of the previous round. Skoo on the Echo tries to get one too, and now it's just down to those two C4 wielding operators of Dean and Useray, neither with a C4 in hand, but one on the flank misses the initial shots, the ump not paying out, and Matthew cleans it up. Another round in Volatile's favor. That's going to be a 3-1 scoreline going into round 5.
I will say, even though it is a very fast and loose play style, they are playing together. So that is something to be said, I would say. Yeah,
it really feels like Volatile is coordinated aggression right now. Everything they do is either traded out or with a purpose. Nobody's kind of just like ditzing around and doing whatever they feel like it. There's map control being gained. There's like advanced positions being taken. There's drones coming out. There's things that you are looking for in an attack that are all seeming to click for them.
Yeah, it almost seems more like they're not respecting Okami at all. They're just saying, we're taking this, we're doing this, and there's nothing you can do
Attackers
about
have
it.
discovered the location of
That's super true. Even when you look at that pixel shield not being cleared, they were still prepared. They still went through it as if they had that map control, and like if that pixel shield was gone, no respect, swung in on that piano stage and just fought the map control like there was nothing contesting them. So a lot of balls coming out from the side of Volatile, and it's paying off as they have that 2-round advantage right now. This mid-floor site, Jimmer, what are you hoping to see from Okami to maybe switch it up and get them that round they so desperately need?
I think the Goyo is pretty good pick here. Hopefully, I mean, you see the Thunderbird?
Oof.
Is dead already.
Who's got that one? I think that's Mohanro. I think he looking like he was the one to take credit for it, but sorry that quickness interrupted your thoughts there, Jimmer. I think you're right about the Goyo, and oh my god, knocked the Thunderbird. Actually doing their job. T-Bird is not a troll.
She put one down to revive her.
Love to see it. Love to see the Thunderbird actually paying off, and there you go. Now we're back into like a normal-esque round, but didn't last long. There you go. Jose is now finished off. Skoo answers back, and 4v4, 45 seconds gone.
I think he'll take that trade though.
Yeah.
Already hopefully has all his utility out.
Ooh, Nitro Cell just whiffed.
The Buck can't get any vert. They still have a sledge, but I mean, you'll take that pick anytime you can.
Brandon finding himself deep into train gets picked off after finding 2, and you're definitely right about that. You are going to take those trades when Castle's placed all his utility and you're losing key vertical operators like the Buck, but quickly, minute 45 still left on the clock, and we find ourselves in a 2v2, and Nooked in this rat corner. Does he hear the Buck sneaking up, or is it Johanro? Oh, Johanro! Nooked really doing a lot of heavy lifting for his team. He's got that clutch already and found another key kill. Can't find another one. Matthew takes his head off like it was just a bobblehead. And now Matthew and Useray, minute 20 left in this 1v1. Jimmer, what are you thinking? It's an interesting situation to find yourself in.
I'm thinking it's a good operator to be in a 1v1 with.
That's...
I don't know how many air jabs she has out, but she can cover off a couple flanks.
Can we tell?
She has 2 drones left. She can get plenty of intel. So
2 air jabs are out, 1 in pocket. There you go. So
yeah.
There you go. Completely safe.
Yeah, if there's an operator that you really want to clutch with, Nomad's probably, might be it.
Yeah, exactly. And gonna give away a little bit of info with that drop, and now can play this out however they want. I don't know if Matthew knows that Useray's isolated, kind of off-site. That last air jab was put out a while ago, and the plant's going to start to get baited down. Useray, hopefully hearing that come down, is going to start to go off, but plant's going to go down successfully, and now Matthew gets to pop the Goyo. That's unfortunate. There you go, right? 20 seconds off the clock. Useray has nothing else he can do. He stares at it. He can't even go in and try and, outlive the fire, because it'll cook him.
He could just went through it. He could sprint through it.
But I don't think he couldn't sprint and hit the case. I don't think there's even room on the fire. Nope.
No,
completely engulfed.
No. I was trying to see where the Thunderbirds were at.
No. Useray trying to bait out the gunfight. He baits it out, and Matthew wins it. So that ARX really showing its prowess, and 2 bullets to the body. Don't even need to find the head of the cap cannon. Matthew closes out another round in favor of Volatile, 4-1, leading into this final attacking round for them.
Okay, I'm not sure if you know this, but the ARX might be the best gun of the game.
Might be.
No, it probably is.
Well, it depends on whose hands it's in, because ARX in your hands is different than the ARX in my hands. So you got to account for the user, right? It's not all the gun. It can help you out. Can't make you better.
I think you're more of a 5.56 kind of guy.
I think I'm more of a hold square kind of guy, and give me a rocket launcher or something, because I can't hit anybody.
You're not that bad, Caveman.
Sometimes.
Every now and then you get a couple kills.
Every now, when there's hard pings and they're stuck in a corner, those are my type of kills. Those are the best ones. And again, this lineup in the basement seems to be dictated on the side of Okami by healers and health. They've got the Thunderbird.
Very weird.
Yeah, they've got the Thunderbird and the Rook, right? So I don't know if it's gun preference, operator preference, anything preference. Where's the spawn peak? There's always got to be a spawn peak from these guys. Nothing today. Nothing on this one. So definitely okay to see. Is what it is.
Captain, and this is what your team picked. What would your reaction be?
I'd see how fast can I find a new team, and also how fast can I find the players who are taking fights, because I'm not there, and oh my gosh, Jose, out the window, he finds the Yana, he's picked off by Mohanro and that R4C, so you know what? That's not a bad trade. I mean, Solus getting the 1 pick isn't necessarily what you look for in the Solus, especially when there's a good number of drones still up on the attacking side, but doing some damage, maybe slowing down the attack and trying to stem that bleeding of the rounds that they are losing a little bit.
I can tell you, that guy, I think I remember that guy, Jose. I think I do.
No way, Jose. There's no way you remember him. I had to use that. That wasn't very good, but it was the only time I was going to get to use it because he's dead an awful lot, so I tried it while I can.
He said he was a better player than me, but he hasn't been very impressive so far, so we'll see if he can step it up.
Well, maybe attack is where they'll start to show off, and you can see it's good that the utility is being actually utilized on the side of Volatile, and Ash Charge is going to allow them to clear off a mute jammer, and it's the simple things in Siege that make me happy sometimes. Ash, not necessarily a utility-focused operator, showing that those breaching rounds can still do some good when utilized correctly, and there you go, Jahanro, I think he's getting aggressive. He's in freezer. He's in freezer. He's got 1. His feet are still moving. Nitro Cell's going to come out. That's going to be a dead giveaway of the position of the mute, and allow Jahanro to find that kill. A boosted angle lands a couple bullets onto him, but this ace is doing well. Nooked, my buddy, my pal, my good old friend of mine. He's in another 1vx. He picked picks up his one. I think he's starting to kind of deduce the positioning of these last three, but Diffuser's down, Nook's down, everybody's down, and Okami is down bad.
So is Nook alive in the 1vx because he's too passive, or because he's just playing the game?
Well, I'm a little bit biased because he's playing T-Bird anyway. So maybe he's just really trying to take advantage of all those Konas as they pop up late, but I don't know. His team isn't necessarily doing things that should be costing them the round. I think they're all playing in okay positions. They're doing things they should be doing, but as you alluded to earlier, Volatile's doing those same things, but they're doing them together. Okami is doing those things, but they're disjointed. They're not all kind of moving as a unit, so...
yeah, you can tell anytime they see an opening, they're saying, hey, I'm going. And
yeah.
There's no question about it. The whole team is with them.
Exactly.
That's what's making the difference. You can tell that, you know, Okami looks like 5 players. Volatile, they look like a team. And that is the only difference, in my opinion.
And that difference is proving itself to be a huge one, as Volatile has garnered himself a 4-round lead going into this defensive half. And you can see that there's a little bit of change of strategy. Same ideas coming out. Bathroom shield instead of a pixel shield, a little bit harder to clear, especially when you're not bringing a lot of that projectile denial. Wamai is up and being used, and we'll see some of his discs come out. Again, the T-Bird. The T-Bird's here. Matthew's on the T-Bird, but with his performance, you can't necessarily blame him. I'm really curious to see how Dean is going to operate on this Nook, especially considering he's still in spawn with 30 seconds off the clock. Dots, Jimmer? Dots? Did you die? Oh, sorry.
No, I did not die. I was
Oh, you were like Brandon, just kind of hanging out and getting naded from a pretty well cooked one from Skoo.
Yeah, you'd imagine he should have heard that nade being cooked, but maybe he decided to hang out a little longer.
Yeah, maybe just kind of hoping it was off or wouldn't quite find his target. What I'm liking right now actually is the double shield setup from Volatile. One shield to play to start with, and then one to fall back on. And there you go, Dean. He's not going to miss his shots. Not very sneaky of him, but definitely effective as he catches the jumping out player of Jahanro.
Okay, so at least there's a 1 mile on the shield.
Does the other one go? Ooh, a little bit overcooked there from Jahanro.
No. It was not overcooked. You see what he hit?
No, the second one. The second one, didn't it not catch a Wamai? Oh, it hit the chandelier. This is why you're the nade guy, Jimmer, and I'm just the guy who talks about nades.
Geometry, my friend.
I failed that class in high school. Adexi gonna start to find some kills back for his team, but not enough right now.
What subject do you teach, Cayman?
All of them. All of them, but not...
Well, as long as you don't teach geometry, well, I think we'll all be okay.
There you go. The children of our future will know how to throw nades and hopefully hit heads like Skoo, because, you know what, I'll get my ruler out, because there was only a few centimeters to hit that head, and he found it. But yeah, round 8. First attacking round for Volatile, first successful one for Volatile. That bodes well for them, I would dare say, but, I don't know. Is it too small a sample size?
I don't believe so. I think Volatile will be just as aggressive on defense, and if Okami can exploit those over-aggressive plays, that it will be the same result.
I think I just screwed you up on the names there, Jimmer. I think Okami was actually first attack round for Okami, first successful attack round for Okami. That's what we're going with, and there you go. I know.
I had it right.
You had it right. I'm just backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'll see the same type of aggressiveness from Volatile as you saw from Okami on defense. I mean, they swing everything, swing or be swung. As my good buddy William says, what is it? Swing or be swung?
I think he just doesn't take the or swung, be swung part. I think he just says swing or die. Swing or die. So, these guys are swinging. Some people are dying, usually the guys being swung. So I guess that's kind of how it shakes out. Again, similar defense being set up from the side of Volatile, except they've completely abandoned those shields. Not even one shield being used. So definitely a little bit of a difference. Alongside that, Solus, Mohanro, gonna try and show off how that operator's used on the roam, already on the bottom floor. I think hoping for a jump out or something. Brandon as well in a very aggressive position.
So he's laying down on white stairs, so this probably will, it might get a free kill here.
It might get something. It's
not sure what game he's watching, but
I feel like somebody's wise to it.
They're gonna push here. They're gonna push here. They're pushing here. No doubt.
They're gonna push and they're gonna be successful. I don't know where that information came out of. I didn't see the drone come through, but maybe that's just a default high-ranked lobby position, and I'm definitely not aware of it because that's not me. So might that one be, as the Frost takes a lot of damage, and that's not even Frost, but the Aruni of Adexi takes a lot of damage trying to catch that pre-fire. Skoo really successful on this window repel, as he's already got his entry kill and almost a follow-up. He's going to start to hold that cutoff towards planks as the rest of his team gets set up on the roof and starts to try and get those initial entries that are so important on Cafe. Useray is going to find one. That's Matthew playing somewhere. Who knows where? He's not there anymore.
Yeah, I think as my good buddy Watson would say, that white stairs position is just a brain dead position.
Brain dead position, and his brain is certainly dead after the bullet went and right through it. Johanro still trying to play this SIG box. Mohanro, I love saying that in tandem. Johanro and Mohanro. Still, last two players, now in these aggressive positions, have to try and make something work in order to keep their team kind of alive on this defense, as they've already lost the first round and look like they're on their way to lose their second in convincing fashion.
Tim, I believe it is Janaro.
No habla español. But
you are a very, very uncultured individual.
No, je parle un petit peu français. So that's Canadianer for I like maple syrup.
Yes, and yeah.
Yeah. Johanro, you say his name and I'll cast him or go.
Canadiana.
Canadiana pulls out the nitro cell, definitely identified the position of Jose. That's going to be it, and that SMG-11 shows why it's considered the best gun in the game by many. High fire rate, even with a world's worst sight on it, he's able to win that fight. There's a sliver of HP left, but who cares? That's why Mute got buffed to a 3 armor. Match point now secured for the side of Volatile.
Yeah. Volatile's playing together. That's the difference.
Alright, even again, in that 2vx situation, Janharo, how the hell do you say it, Jimmer? Janharo and Monaro. Am I butchering that one too? Probably. Janharo and Monaro, again, even that 2vx situation, played it tight, they played it together, and they were in positions where they could disrupt the attack before they were really set up in order to execute and try and get anything accomplished, and it paid off because they were able to pull that round back. A round they certainly should not have won, made winnable pretty well by the team play.
So if you're going by an actual Spanish pronunciation, the J's are pronounced as H's. So
Han-Aro. Okay,
yeah.
We can't...
I'm not sure if it's Spanish, but,
Okay, I was gonna say, we can't become too presumptuous here, Jimmer, and I'm just gonna call him the guy who's helping out his team, because he's currently 10-4. Top frag, not by a lot, per se, but showing his effective prowess on these support operators.
Yeah, he played the game well. I will say that.
I'm curious to see if Okami will be emulating these east side takes that Volatile was pushing forward. Not a lot of bakery presence right now, makes it potentially ripe for the picking, but the buck and the gridlock, to me, indicate a potential vertical take. You can see they're already going up there anyway, so it's happening.
Let's see if we can see if anybody's on third floor at all. So
The
third floor is clear, let's check second floor, let's see. So they should be able to clear this pretty fast. Let's hope they can.
This is what I'm hoping to
like
see.
A minute 30, they get full top control.
Yeah, like I think Ace and Dez say all the time, that hammer should be hitting the ground by a minute 30. Made pretty easy by the amount of control being given over by Volatile. Not made so easy by Brandon getting that pick. That's going to be down in the tables area, and that's going to be the entry onto the Nook. But like you said, full top floor given over to the side of the attackers.
I mean, that pick by itself shows you that they're not playing together. Your full top clear and your Nook is ratting with a minute and 45.
The other thing, you see Nook still checking corners on top floor. I don't think they know that both of these floors have been just completely given over to them. And minute 35, yes, now they're getting in position, but very warily. Again, Nook kind of just face checking in here. And you saw drone come through earlier, but clearly it didn't do everything it needed to. I don't know if they don't have enough droners going on or what's going on, but a lot of intel lacking.
So you see the ace is standing on red, holding red. Whatever, you know, in actuality, he should be drawing his teammates, getting full cleared, you know. But different teams, different ideas.
Yeah, and I mean, this might be their last idea with a minute left. Not a lot of verticals have been done, not a lot of movement forced out from these players. Still, two of them able to play on site unscathed, three kind of ready off site to catch these drops. Freezer wall being full reinforced scares me a little bit in case that's the direction they go, but still, I don't even know what way they want to go, as drones are coming out, but not a lot of damage is being done onto these defenders.
Cayman, I don't think they know either.
That's fair. I can't switch my... Oh, I can switch my guys. Oh, Jose, there's one behind you! There's one behind you! I don't even know who it is. I couldn't switch to him, but it was Yahanro. My man. User A. Stuck out there. Matthew with the pink TCSG finishes things off, and pretty quick 6-2, or 7-2, pardon me, I can't even count if you ask me. Very well played by the side of Volatile.
Yeah, I'd say Volatile looks pretty good. I mean, they play a super loot style. You know, it doesn't look like, it looks like they have a major idea, but no micro strats. But whatever they do, it seems like they do it together.
Yeah, I know I definitely wouldn't want to play them. Those bullets look like they would hit my head pretty quickly. But congrats to Volatile, and they're going to move on to the finals.